Hails and welcome to one of the last Underground Trio episodes of 2023. This time we're all more or less operating around black metal. However, there are a little bit of black metal, death metal influences among the black metal ones. So once again, we have 3 different releases from 3 different parts of the world and of course 3 different styles. So you pick your favorites, even though I'm going in my personal opinion, like ranking these from worst to best, saving the best for the last and starting with the least good album first. 1 tape release, 2 CD releases, which way to go? First we'll go to Finland with this neat looking tape box. This is Iku-Turso with their EP Ikuinen Kirous. Now this comes with a nice cardboard box, kind of like handmade, and of course it's gonna be limited edition. Here you have mine. This isn't the first time that Iku-Turso's own label, Korpituli Productions, is doing with a nice box. Comes with the download code. This is going to my graphics guy. Comes with a really nice looking patch with golden embroidered here and as well as black and white colors. Comes with a booklet, it seems, and a black tape. So here you have it. This very, very limited edition black tape. And like I said, it has a booklet, and it's not some cheap booklet with a thin piece of paper, but a really cardboard one. You can already hear the sound and feel. This is worth a good quality. Looks nice, feels nice, and if I had my reading glasses on, yes, I need them by this age, I would be able to read the lyrics as well. And like I said, comes with a nice patch. So all in all, in my opinion, rather a premium release when it comes to the boxing and all that stuff. Now, why this is labeled as EP, even with so many tracks, is that you will see a couple of cover tracks. First of all, it ends with this Isengard track, Thornsborn Chalice, and this one here is a Dog Throne cover track of En Winds of Thorg from Panzerfaust album, opening track, just with, well, I guess, German language. So 7 tracks which last almost around 37 minutes, give or take, but 2 tracks taking 1/3 of the whole length. I guess that's why we justified to call it EP. EP with lots of length, but nonetheless. Also out, at least in CD format and I guess vinyl also. But when it comes to the quality, this is a little bit an ups and downs. First of all, these cover tracks are the best one here, which kind of like overshadows whatever the band is doing by themselves, which is kind of like pagan black metal with good and bad stuff. Let's start with the worst parts first. The vocalist is not good. I mean, it's borderline horrible when it comes to the clean vocals. I think he can't handle them, so they're not good. There are choir vocals done by a different guy, and they are actually good. When it comes to songwriting, individual riffs and all, this is like an ups and downs. It features some of the best Iku-Turso stuff, like the first track here, but for example, already the second track here is kind of like, why? It's not really a good track. It features some weird riffs and weird ideas with the execution of those rather clean vocals, which are not unfortunately good. So this is like showcasing different sides of Iku-Turso. First of all, the best sides, which are actually quite catchy, like the opening track. Then those ability to do those covers with too much synths, in my opinion, especially with Thornsborn Chalice. And then those weird ones, which in my opinion showcase the worst of Iku-Turso, including, but maybe not limited to, the second track. So this is a little bit of like a weird mixed bag of candies or goods. Some of the best one, some of the worst one, some covers. So collector's item, in my opinion, not so much like a good addition to Iku-Turso's best album material, which is, in my opinion, quite a bit better. Not bad, but kind of a decent overall. Then the second one comes from Kazakhstan, which is something that the album title already says, Legends of Kazakhstan, and this is 7 Sins, originally typed together like 7 Sins instead of like 7 Sins. This is not a new band anymore. This, I think, is their 3rd album, and since they have already released a new one, this is from 2019, if my memory serves me well, and the style is fast, aggressive black death metal. Now, if you're thinking of Behemoth, you're not wrong. This is basically like Kazakhstan version of Behemoth. And not like in a bad way. I think actually surpassing whatever later Behemoth material has been out there. So when you're thinking about Borat, the comedy character from Kazakhstan, and you're thinking, okay, band from Kazakhstan is not probably able to do good music as such. Well, I think you're kind of wrong. In my opinion, this is better than what, for example, Behemoth's latest album. But this is not as good as their best. So I would say this goes in the middle level of Behemoth. Not their best, not their worst, but somewhere there. There are differences, obviously, and this is going back with the Black and Death, with the, I think, main focus on black metal. That style is definitely more leaning towards black metal than death metal, but calling this pure blood black metal might be too much far-fetched for some people out there. Definitely a decent release with a good production, good strong vocals and all that stuff. If only the songwriting was a little bit better than this. Now it lacks memorability, catchiness and all that stuff, but definitely worth a listen. And then we go to the best of the pile. This one is Empheris with the return of Derelict Gods. This is an old band from Poland, but hasn't been too active out there. Also a little bit older release. I think this was also from 2019, might be 2020. Comes without a booklet. So very basic, stripped down digipack release, but quite okay looking one. And this is interesting because this is almost like going old school black metal. Whether we're talking about the vocals, very Corton-like, some of the riffs and compositions are actually very Bathory-like. And I gotta say, I love. The best parts of Empheris are really, really good. And that only makes me wish if only the whole album was as good as the best parts. But unfortunately they're not. So it's a little bit like hills up and down once again. But the up moments, the peak moments are like, yeah, this is like nailing Bathory in year 2020 or so. Unfortunately, the other parts are just like good, decent and all that stuff, but not really killer. Which puts this on the verge of being like four-star album. I would say I wouldn't go really into 8 out of territory. I would leave this more on the 7.5 out of 10. But this is really, really close to being an 8 because it's overall solid and the best parts are really, really saving the day, even if the other parts are more like just okay. Kind of like a missed gem in a way, but then again, it really, really could be a tad bit better. But something that you should keep your eyes and ears peeled for. Pretty interesting release, which is like totally getting under the radar. So here we have Empheris release. Now, of course, you want to check out the ones that are up to your listening experience. So whether you want Finnish pagan black metal, Kazakhstan, Behemoth, Death Black, or this Polish black metal, more old school fashion, up to you. Links are provided in the description box. So those who are taking a look at this video on your television, I know some 15% are, maybe you will need your phone or pad or computer to check out the links, or then you just use your magical Googling skills or go to straight to Metal Archives with the band names and all that stuff. And I hope you give these babies a chance, and let's hope they're worth your time. Now, off you go, listen to some good music and all that stuff. Rauta out, bye bye.